Hey everyone, I'm speaking to you from Brazil, and if you haven't heard yet, we are currently ground zero for a massive Chinese automotive invasion. Brands like GWM and BYD are taking over our streets, and today we're going to stir up a real hornet's nest in the Brazilian market. Forget hybrids, forget electrics, because the subject here is the real deal. Diesel pickups, ladder frame chassis, and heavy-duty work. GWM has just launched the Poer P30 Diesel here, and it arrived aiming straight at the giants, Hilux, Ranger, and Colorado. But there's a question that no one answers in depth. Can this Chinese pickup actually handle the grind of the ranch life, or is it just another pretty face that suffers once it leaves the pavement? Stick with me until the end, because the answer isn't as obvious as it seems. As the camera pans over the Poer P30, take a good look at these details. At the front, a large, imposing grille with a visual signature that clearly tries to compete with the segment leaders. The headlights have a modern and aggressive design, passing that sense of strength right away. Now look at the side. Straight, robust lines, that classic pickup visual made for heavy work, but with a level of finish it catches the eye. And at the back, a more refined set than what we're used to seeing in pickups with this proposal. Now step inside, and this is where many people are surprised. The interior leans more toward a premium SUV than a rugged pickup. Depending on the version, you have leather seats with ventilation and heating, electric adjustment, more sophisticated finishing, a modern dashboard, and a large multimedia screen. The feeling is clear. This truck wants to give you comfort in your daily life, not just at work. But then comes the question that really matters. Does all this sophistication come with an engineering to match, or is it just a project that's pretty on the outside and inside? Hold that thought, because now we're going straight to what really matters. But before we open up this machine, a quick message. We just hit 1,000 subscribers here at Chalub Lab. This has become a community of those who like real engineering without the guesswork. But there's a curious fact. Almost 99% of those who watch still aren't subscribed. So if you want technical analysis without the fluff, subscribe now, because you're probably in this group that watches and forgets to click. Now then, let's get to the heart of the Poer P30. It comes equipped with a 2.4-liter turbo diesel engine that delivers 184 horsepower and an impressive 354 pound-feet of torque, always with 4x4 traction and a 9-speed automatic transmission. And here, something interesting already begins. This torque is the stuff of larger engines. In practice, this means strength at low RPM, less effort to pull loads, and much more efficiency in real situations like climbs, mud, or towing. And here, an important technical point enters. Most likely, this engine works with a variable geometry turbo, which allows adjusting the flow of exhaust gases according to the RPM, reducing turbo lag and delivering torque more efficiently from low rotations. But there's a detail that few people comment on. This isn't a simple diesel. We're talking about a set with high-pressure common rail injection and more refined electronic management. Translating, it runs well, consumes less, but requires correct maintenance and quality diesel. And here in Brazil, this already raises an important point. Keep that in mind. Now comes one of the biggest differentiators of this pickup, the 9-speed automatic transmission. This right here completely changes the behavior of the car. While many competitors still work with 6 or 8 speeds, this set keeps the engine always in the ideal torque band, improving consumption, comfort, and efficiency in heavy use. On a climb with load, for example, the car responds better without being indecisive between gears. Going to the structure, there's no talk here. Ladder frame chassis. In other words, it's a real pickup. It handles torsion, it handles hits, and it was made for heavy work. The load capacity exceeds 2,200 pounds, and the towing reaches over 6,600 pounds with brakes, putting it directly at the level of the segment leaders. But it's in the suspension that a very interesting point appears. At the rear, we have the classic leaf springs, ensuring robustness, but the tuning surprises. It manages to be less bouncy than a Hilux, delivering more comfort without giving up resistance. This clearly shows a change in philosophy. The pickup owner also wants comfort in daily life, not just load capacity. Depending on the version, the proposal changes quite a bit. You have a configuration more focused on work and off-road, with all-terrain tires and a more robust visual, and another more focused on comfort and technology, with more refined finishing, more driving assists, and a large package of safety items. In other words, GWM tried to cover both the countryman and the urban use. Now comes the movement that really shakes the market. A 10-year warranty on the engine and transmission. This right here isn't just marketing, it's a direct strategy to break prejudice. The message is clear. Do you trust the Japanese for durability? We guarantee ours for a decade. In a market where many people pay a high markup just to have confidence, this becomes a very strong argument. But not everything is roses, and here enters the analysis that really matters. The big question mark is still the long term. How will this set behave after years in severe use? How will maintenance be outside the major centers? And mainly, how will this pickup deal with the real scenario of Brazil? Dirt roads, heavy loads, and diesel that isn't always ideal. Because that's where Hilux, Ranger, and S10 built their reputation. In summary, the Poer P30 delivers a modern mechanical set, strong torque, advanced transmission, robust structure, real work capacity, and a level of comfort above average. And it still arrives with a competitive price and an aggressive warranty. But the final decision isn't just technical, it's about trust. And now I want to know from you, would you trade the tradition of Japanese diesel for a new engineering with a 10-year warranty? Or do you think it's too early to trust? Comment down below, but comment with a technical view, because here at Chalub Lab, we don't sugarcoat anyone. If you liked this type of analysis, subscribe to the channel because there's much more content of this level coming your way. Thanks, and see you in the next video.